made you ask Nanny out on a date?
Well, that night Ruby was in the car with me and her boyfriend, and we was over at Groveton riding around, and Ruth and Martha was at the picture show. And we went down there to get them, and Ruth said, "You ought not be in that car with them boys."
To Ruby?
To Ruby, yeah. I said, "Well, y'all get in, we'll carry you home." And it just so happened that Ruth got beside me, and Martha got beside the other guy, and Ruby was there. So we carried them home, and I was working with her daddy in Carkin at that time.
With Nanny's daddy?
Yeah. And so he told her that he had found me a little redheaded guy to go with. So we started going together, and I knew right then that she was the one that I wanted. And I'm assuming she wanted me, so it didn't take us but about 4 or 5 months, and we got married, and that was it. Never looked back.
So you've told me before that that woman drove you crazy.
Which one?
Nanny.
I told you that. Cut that down.
Tell me about marriage.
Marriage was wonderful. It was a wonderful thing. It saved me. It made a lot better man out of me. And I wouldn't trade it for nothing. Although we had our problems, and most of our problems was over money. If we had a bill to pay and it was due on the 5th, she'd wait till the 5th to pay it. And I'd say, "Ruth, it's done due now." She said, "Oh, we got a little time." So most of our arguments was over money and the kids. She always told me I was too eager to say yes. If they wanted something, I'd say, "Yeah, go ahead." I never would tell them, unless it, it was something, that I knew. As soon as they asked me it wasn't the right thing to do, I'd tell them no. But I would usually say yes to the things that they wanted, or wanted to go somewhere or something like that. I'd say yeah.
So, talking to your kids and grandkids and great-grandkids now, if there's one thing you could tell them about marriage, what would you want them to know?
I would want them to know that marriage is a two-way street. Both sides have to work on it, and it's harder now than it was when we got married because there's so much more. One person can't make a living now for a household. I've said that for years. But it's a two-way street. I mean, both of you got to work at it, and work at it hard. Because marriage is I could say very sacred to me. Once you say I do, well, that's it. I mean, there wasn't no looking back. There wasn't no other women or men involved in our lives, nothing like that. We had one another, and that's all we needed. And of course, the family made a lot of difference. Having a big family, it was hard to support them, but back then it wasn't as near as hard as it is now. A pair of tennis shoes cost $3 or $4, and now they're $70, $80 for a pair of tennis shoes. And my kids never did have too much, but they had all that I could afford. And I don't know what I would have done if they would have wanted to go to college. So there wasn't no way that I could swing that. Mm-hmm. So everything worked out for the best. Still working out for the best. It took me about a year after Ruth died, to get straightened out, but I did. And I realized that you had to go on with life. And I always think about it, if I would have died before she did, I don't know if she could have stood it or not, because she was a lot different from me. And I tried to pull my hair out a lot of times in the first year. I'd sit and cry all the time, and I was very depressed. But I tried not to let it get me down. And then, after I met Pat, we started seeing one another, and things, my life straightened out. And, but it was very hard the first year. And, I always wonder how she would have done if I would have went first. I don't think that she could have made it very long. Whenever she was in the hospital dying, I called all the kids together and told them that I was going to make a choice. I didn't want them to. It would be my choice. If whatever I decided, I could handle it, you know. And I still think I made the right choice because she was dead 11 days before we unplugged her, you know. She was just laying there. She wasn't alive. And I told her that I could handle it. So I decided to take her off that life support, and I did. And I don't regret it because she was just laying there and couldn't do nothing or say nothing or nothing like that. So she was dead, and I kept saying, telling God that I was keeping her alive on that man-made stuff, and that wasn't the way He wanted it. So I decided I didn't ask them if it was right or wrong or whatever they thought about it. I just wanted to do it myself, and that way they couldn't say, well, if you would asked me, I'd have told you something different. Mm-hmm. I told them that I could handle it every way. And I did. I don't regret it because when she had that heart attack, she was dead. Just never knew nothing else.